Drag performers, also known as drag queens or queens, create a lasting impact through performing at bars, clubs, and events.
My first performance ever was at Town Dance Boutique here in DC in a contest called So You Think You're a Drag Queen for amateurs.
We're going to be on the top just like heterosexuals. When you turn on your TV, you will see drag queens. When you go to the movie theater, you will see drag queens. When you go to shopping in stores and malls, you will see drag queens. I'll say in the future that we're going to be visible in everyone's eye. Our names will be in lights just like anyone else, and when you turn on a tube or you say some type of celebrity, that it's going to be some drag queen or transgender female.
A lot of DC natives are skeptical of and intrigued by the changes in the DC area. But do we ever think about the impact these changes have on small businesses?
A priest came in here one day, a priest from Syria, and he said, "My town was bombed. There's nothing left. I only have some pictures of what it looked like. Everything is gone." And he said, when I walked in here, he said, I froze. He said, because this reminded me of home. And I think that that's what we were trying to do. We try to remind people that we don't have a lasting city here, that our true home is what we say is in heaven, that there's something St. Paul says, eye has not seen nor has ear heard what God's got in store for us, and that that this is try to evoke some of those sentiments, some of those feelings, and some of those images, and help people focus.
I first heard about Puppet Underground when they were planning a big pre-inauguration extravaganza, and I just got interested in the fact that they were using creative tools to speak to social justice issues. I think that puppets have a magic to them that, you know, people think of children when they think of puppets, but I think all of us enjoy wonder and spectacle just as children do. I think that puppets can also distill down a complex issue to its nuances, can provide humor.
The Canta Historia was our way of lobbying before the City Council. We could have had an action, but we thought, why don't we do something that's visual and that engages the kids and that shows people what it is that we all want in this city, which is affordable housing.
I can take hip-hop and incorporate it with African culture, and I actually take lines, these really interesting lines that rhyme, and I create a visual that is somewhat related, but at the same time disconnected from the lyrics. The feel I want the public to have when they look at one of my murals is a breath of fresh air. I want them to see something new every time they look at it. I wanted to bring people together.
Prior to the 1990s, social movements to empower women in the United States were concerned primarily with adults. Teenagers and girls were arguably neglected.
Letting them be in a safe space to make mistakes or to do something different and to have blue hair and to like music that's different than what maybe your friends do.
With a base in music education, Girls Rock DC aims to create a supportive, inclusive, and creative space for girls to develop their self-confidence, build community, stand up, and what?
Find whatever supports you have and just don't be afraid. Just don't be afraid to be you. You know, there's a lid for every pot.